We will talk about a film called Moonstruck. I don't know if you've heard of this.
Is Moonstruck the Cher film?
Correct.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, no. And Nicolas Cage is in it.
And Nicolas Cage, correct. And that's why I thought maybe you might have seen it. I was in a mood to pick an 80s film a week or so ago. We wanted to watch something. And it was like, right. I said to Jenny, I'm going to give you 5 actors and I want you to pick the actor, and that's the film we'll watch tonight. Because sometimes we do like surprise films. And I had like Tom Cruise, Patrick Swayze, Cher, Dustin Hoffman, and like one other person, whoever it was.
She went for the rogue choice.
She went rogue, yeah, because it's tantalising, isn't it? It's like Cher. Okay, let's have Cher. So this is it's directed by Norman Jewison, who did Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, okay.
It's not a musical, but it is 1987 film set in New York. I think it's New York. Maybe it's like Chicago, actually, now that I come to think of it. And anyway, Cher plays Italian-American young woman. She's like, I guess she must be like late 40s in the film, but I mean, Cher always looks good, so she looks like she's like early 30s or something like that. Anyway, she's in love with this guy, or seemingly in love with this guy, and he proposes to her, and then he fucks off back to Sicily because his mum is dying. And as he fucks off to Sicily, he says to Cher, one thing you need to do while I'm away, while you're making the wedding arrangements, I need you to get in touch with my brother. We've had this feud. Invite him to the wedding. He needs to be there. And the brother is Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
And the story then plays out. The plot summary is, and then she ends up falling for the brother. That's not a spoiler. That's the plot summary. So while the guy that she's engaged to has gone back to Sicily to look after the dying mum, she encounters Nicolas Cage and falls in love with him. Now, there's a few things to say about this film. Number one is Cher is fucking incredible. As an actress, she's really good in it. Great. Surprisingly good. I think I've seen one other film with her in called Mermaids. Did you ever see that when you were a kid?
I never saw Mermaids even, no.
Winona Ryder, Bob Hoskins. That was a good one. Anyway, she's a good actress. She's very natural, very funny with it. And the whole film is sort of about relationships and the oddness of couples and how couples really are behind closed doors, and how couples really feel about each other, and how couples just somehow make it in their own nuanced, unique, niche way. Like where other people would judge other couples for how they operate and how they behave, the couples who are just in the couple find a way, rightly or wrongly, whether or not one of them's having an affair or whether one of them is always more angry with the other one than another one. The couples just make it work. And like her parents, Cher's parents, for example, her dad is having an affair. The mum knows about it, but she goes out and meets Frasier's dad, and Frasier's dad wants to come home with her, and she's like, I'm not going to allow that. I will dally. I will go up to this line, but I'm not going to allow that. They've got these best friends who the husband is like this really sweet, lovely fucking guy, and just sees the best in everyone, but he gets put upon, and he's seemingly like a loser, someone that no one would want to marry, but actually he's like the best version of masculinity in the whole film because he's very sweet and very open and very loving, and he ends up having one of the best relationships. Anyway, there's all this stuff about affairs and faithfulness and what really is love in this thing, and the crux of it is it comes down to Nicolas Cage's character. And when she meets Nicolas Cage's character, who's fucking ridiculous, totally ridiculous. He has like a wooden hand. He works in a bakery. He got his hand
of course he has.
chewed up in machinery because his brother, who's fucked off to Sicily, fell in love with Nicolas Cage's girlfriend at the time, and it made his hand get ripped off in the thing. Anyway, all of this stuff is happening, and the whole thing is playing with the idea of faithfulness and whatnot, and it is very funny and it's very sweet, but it's also very fucking insightful, because it's like in another film all of these characters would be totally judged for being unfaithful. They're all in some ways or another being unfaithful to one another. But in this film, it's kind of like there's a sweetness and a sadness, because it's all of these people got married. The whole thing is tied into marriage. It's not just like they're couples. Everyone got married, and each of them, you could say, you probably shouldn't have married that person, but you have, and now this is how your life has got to be. Your life is going this way because you married that person.
Right.
And it plays with that dynamic throughout the film, because you can see where she could go if she marries this one brother, or how her life would be completely different if she marries the other brother, Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is a monster in this thing, as far as I'm concerned. He's not a good-looking man. Jenny said he was good-looking. He's not good-looking in this film. I think he's horrendous. But he looks monstrous, and he conducts himself in quite violent and volatile ways. I think he's very Italian. He's playing it up Italian big time. He's very sexual. Everything is coming back to sex with him in an uncomfortable way, I would say, for me, personally, watching it.
How are you supposed to feel about him? How are they supposed to be portraying him in the film? Like that? Or is it...
No, I think you're meant to sort of be charmed by him.
Okay.
And maybe for an 80s audience, you are. And because it's like an Italian-American film, I think the fieriness is kind of meant to be seen as appealing. As a flip side, his brother is the guy who played Sal in Do the Right Thing, the guy who owned the pizza shop. So much more overweight, older brother. And he's a bit of a fool. He's presented as a bit of a fool by comparison. But the thing that's interesting about it is just generally like how it presents relationships in a non-judgmental way. It's like all of these people are potentially in the wrong relationships. All of these people should perhaps be judged for their affairs, but all of these people have this strange sense of loyalty to their spouse regardless of what they're doing. And I just thought it was an interesting look at all of that. I'll tell you one of the reasons why I think Norman Jewison anyway presented the story this way is there are crucifixes in almost every fucking scene in this film.
All right.
And because he did Jesus Christ Superstar, I reckon the guy is a hard and fast Catholic, and this is his way of going. In Catholicism, when you marry,
you stay together.
You stay together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the film is kind of that, but it doesn't have despite all the crosses that are in it, it doesn't have a religious message at all. It's just the symbolism is always there. And it's kind of like, you've made your commitment to that person. Doesn't matter how young you were. Doesn't matter what choices you've now made. Doesn't matter if you think your path should lie elsewhere now. You stay with that person. But then at the heart of it, Cher's storyline is like, what? She's the one who's bucking that. But she is before she gets married. She's like at the crossroads of, my life can go two fucking ways now. I'm at the crossroads.
Like, it's in concrete once it's done, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Because you're
so
married.
I need to make the right call before this marriage and go the right way. But it is a good film. It's 7 out of 10 for me, which would be a 6 out of 10 for you, I think.
No. Well, yeah.
In your rankings,
3 out of 5.
Yes. And I would recommend it. It's quite a fun, sweet film at times. There's a lot of sweetness to it. It's a bit surreal at times. Like the fact that the film's called Moonstruck is literally like when people are falling in love. Yeah. The literal moon comes right to the window of random people's houses. It's strange.
Which is interesting because I always assumed, because I've seen the poster, it's like Cher and she's like got her arms open in front of a massive moon, and for some reason I always assumed it was something to do with like witches.
Because there is another film that she's in which has a similar cover, I think it's with Jack Nicholson.
Okay.
Maybe it's The Witches of Eastwick. But yeah, I mean, she does look very witchy in it because her hair and whatnot. She looks great in it, to be honest. She's one of those people who's obviously like 107 years old or something now, but her plastic surgery is so good. Like, I don't know how her plastic surgery is so good compared to everyone else in Hollywood who's fucked their faces up. But it's clear she's had work, but it's so subtle as to not.
I haven't even seen her lately. I wouldn't even know what she looks like.
Well, it's just how she's looked for the last 20 years. I mean, she's ancient. She's not ancient. She's pretty old. But her plastic surgeon's working wonders.
She's got a good surgeon.
Danny Aiello is that actor who played Sal.
And is Sal is the guy who owns the shop, right?
Who owns the pizza shop? Yeah.
Yeah.
And John Turturro's working for him.
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. I'd be interested to see what you thought of it, considering your views on like unfaithfulness in film
that's what I was thinking.
Like that.
Yeah.
I mean, her dad is a piece of shit. Like, I don't think you're meant to feel sympathy for him. Definitely not. But
yeah, it is mostly how they frame it. Yeah.
And because it doesn't center the men, it centers Cher, and it centers Cher's mum most of all. And it definitely doesn't ever make the mum seem like this poor woman who's being cheated on. Like, you sympathise with her, but then there's like her with Frasier's dad is interesting.
It is interesting though, like how it is. I guess it is all how it is framed, because I'm loving Sopranos at the moment, and Tony's constantly cheating on Carmela, and it's just like that's just the known thing. You just do it, and she even knows about it. And it's like, but I don't. I mean, I know he's a bad guy, but I'm not like, I hate this because he's cheating on her. It's normally generally how the film treats this, and if it's a hard one. It's a tricky one. It all depends on the film. Different films.
It's exactly what happens if you've got that as a core.
It's the centric, making it centric of it. Yeah,
if you're centralising it and you're making it clear that Carmela don't like it, and you're seeing all these things, you are aware that the show is commenting on it. But if you just had a film where if some nice guy in a film suddenly just cheated on his wife and they didn't even refer to it afterwards, you'd be like, hang on,
am I supposed to see them as the hero? Are you trying to make me see them as the hero? That's that would do it for me. Yeah, that is true. Because Tony Soprano, he's not a hero. He's a fucking gangster. So I would assume he would do stuff like that anyway.
Exactly. What's the greater crime? The people he's whacking, or
the people he's whacking?
He's whacking. Yeah, exactly. There's a question that gets up. So just last thing on it, John Mahoney, Frasier's dad. You only really see him properly at the very end of the film for the last like 15 minutes or so. But interspersed throughout, he's always at a restaurant, and he's always with a young woman, like teenager or early 20s. And they're always throwing water in his face and storming out. And basically you find out that he's this lecturer at a uni, and it's all his students that he keeps trying it on with. And Cher's mum says to him, like, what is it about men like you who feel the need to chase young women? And then he says something, I can't remember what he says, and then she says, I think it's fear of death. That's what makes you
capturing youth
do this all the time. Yeah, capturing youth. You're scared of your own aging, and your only way of slowing it down is essentially by women. That it's the lure of women make you feel younger, you feel more vital, more alive. Anyway, it was good. There's a lot of talking matters there. It feels like the kind of film that if we'd all watched it, we could have done a full episode on back in the day.
I'm sure we'd all come out of our own thoughts about how we feel about each character and stuff. Sounds like.
Yeah. But Nicolas Cage, not a good looking man in that at all. One final thing on Nicolas Cage. One final thing, we move on to your thing. The thing that has been burned into my mind for the last week or so has been that clip of him in Gunslingers. You must have seen it. Have you seen Gunslingers?
No.
Oh fuck! There is a clip. I haven't seen the film.
I never heard of
Gunslingers. It's a relatively new, like in the last year or two.
Okay.
And he it's like a western.
Yeah.
And there's no point me doing the impression of it, but he is talking to a barmaid. And his voice is like this. He's got his voice like this all the way through the scene. And he says, the clip is just him going, there's fire in hell, Mary. Hot fire. It's fucking burned into my head. Watch the clip. Watch the fucking clip.
There's fire in hell, Mary.